Good morning, everybody, and thank you for those of you who are joining live today, and welcome to those of you who will be watching this replay. We're in September, and we are here to embrace the new moon in Virgo. Anybody know any Virgos or are a Virgo, best friend, lover, husband, arch enemy Virgo people out there? No, I don't see anybody acknowledging that. I don't think I know any Virgos. But boy, what a beautiful sign. It's an earth sign, Virgo. Virgos can bring order to chaos and a sense of purpose and detail to what needs fixing. We certainly could use that right now. A lot of frenetic energy. I know I've been talking to a lot of my clients, and they're feeling the sense of uncertainty and frenetic energy. So it's really great to look at this sign because we can learn so much and we can wish so much for this time and really use the qualities of Virgo. And being an earth sign, it's always good to ground into Mother Earth. So during the meditation, we will be focusing on the element of earth. And Virgos also like to feel that they're needed. They're very service-orientated. And they really like to feel valued and contributing to something that is larger than themselves. A lot of political activism going on right now, a lot of changes in the earth, so we can really harness the qualities of Virgo. And why are we meeting on this dark moon? I know I used to be so much into the full moon energy, which of course I still am, and we all are as well. But the dark moon is the time to get centered, to reset for the month, set intentions and goals for the month ahead. It is a wonderful still point, a time to be in darkness, a time to give yourself some precious time alone, in the dark, meditating, and certainly setting your intentions. The dual time of setting intentions on the new moon is 8 hours after the new moon. And in fact, the new moon isn't till tomorrow, which is our time, Pacific Standard Time, 5:51 p.m. So we are in the dark moon right now. So we will discover what intentions we want to set, and then you can actually write them out tomorrow in your sacred space. But today we're preparing. Virgos are also very analytical and can be extremely annoying because they're so analytical. They can be very judgmental and very detailed. They can also be perfectionists, which we can all relate to that. If we're starting a new project and we don't feel like it's perfect, we get perfection paralysis. So during the meditation, we always look at the dark side of each of the zodiac signs. So we'll be releasing perfectionism. So you stop the worry and the criticism and the blame and the judgment, and you see the value of progress over perfectionism. Anybody else guilty of that perfectionism? Yeah, we can all relate to that. It's not perfect enough. It'll be fine once it's perfect, but I heard an interesting quote, and it's oftentimes we'll judge ourselves, but if we can put it out there and receive some feedback, and that is often the best time for us to push forwards on projects. And also during the meditation, we are going to focus on establishing healthy habits. Healthy habits that could be in any arena of your life, your physical health, your mental health, your work, so that you feel determined and focused with a sense of achievement. And then finally, organizing chaos. If you're feeling that frenetic energy with everything going on in the world, organizing chaos so that you can see things clearly. You can't often see things clearly if you're right in the middle, so it's about stepping back and taking baby steps. If there's anything you need to work through, and bring order to your situation. Yes, taking a deep breath. So as always, I like to start by just reminding you, if you don't have your journal with you, if you grab it and a pen, looks like you already are organized that way. I love it. If you have a candle, you can light it now. I have a candle here, so if you don't have one, and I know in the beginning when I started doing these new moons, I recommended that you use a separate journal for the new moon phases so you can look back on the previous month and see what you're working on, see what needs adjusting. So it's really great to have a separate journal for that. And also I like to acknowledge the 3 stages of the moon and how they reflect in our life as women with the cycles and the rhythm. Our ancestors would honor the rhythm of the moon. They would live their life through the rhythms of the moon. They would know when to plant crops, when to be still, when to celebrate. And in a woman's life, the stages follow the rhythms of the moon. It's no coincidence that there are 28 days to a menstrual cycle and 29 days to the moon phases. And the waxing crescent moon represents the maiden. I always think of Artemis. And the full moon, the mother, or the prime stage. Think of Selene. And the waxing crescent moon, the crone, Hecate. And these 3 phases are the pre-patriarchal great goddesses, or triple goddesses. And each of us, no matter where we are in that phase, we can all relate to being a maiden, a mother, not a literal mother necessarily, but just a mother of giving, and a crone, the wise crone that doesn't bleed anymore, the wise woman that retains her blood and brings forth her wisdom and shares her wisdom. I'd like to read you a piece, just a short piece, by Lane Redman, who is my frame drum teacher's teacher. She's no longer with us, but she did a lot of work with rhythm. She wrote When the Drummers Were Women, and she writes, "The moon is the primordial symbol of rhythm, for it waxes and wanes. It exerts real physical influence on the earth and all who live on the earth, controlling the rhythms of the tides and the blood cycles of women. It is the ultimate symbol of rhythm and the oldest way of marking time." That's by Lane Redman, When the Drummers Were Women. And I'd like to reread the Rumi poem as well that I read last month, because a lot of you asked me to send that. And it is, "A new moon teaches gradualness and deliberation, and how one gives birth to oneself slowly. Patience with small details makes perfect a large work like the universe." That's by Rumi. So, as I mentioned earlier, Virgos tend to be perfectionists, clean freaks. They can find patterns where there are none. They can be finicky and critical to a fault. And Virgos, to feel happy, need to feel they're being useful. They feel productive when they're contributing to something larger than themselves. And they actively seek out messes, physical, interpersonal, emotional, in order to fix them. And they need to feel like they're going at full speed, because if they slow down, the unfolding chaos of the world catches up with them and their heads are filled with constant anxiety. So that's why we're going to look at organizing chaos. So if you're all ready, we're going to begin the meditation. So if you're sitting, feel your support in your back. If you're lying down, grab some pillows, whatever is good for you, whatever which way you can feel the grounding energy and polarity of Mother Earth. And if your palms are on your thighs, if you have your palms face up, start to receive. And let's focus in on our breath together, expanding the belly. And exhaling a long, deep exhale. And let's try and do this together, acknowledging the rhythm of us gathering here collectively. Another deep breath in, expanding the belly. Exhaling. And one more, breathing in. And exhaling. And rooting down into your seat, into Mother Earth, through the root chakra. Imagining those roots burying down into Mother Earth, deeper and deeper. Seeing the color red, root chakra color, feeling the support of Mother Earth, our home, Mother Earth that gives us shelter, gives us food, Mother Earth we love dearly and care and tend for. Mother Earth with all creatures, trees, mountains. Mother Earth that gives us food, sustains us. We are of the earth. Our bones are the earth. We're born out of the earth and we return to the earth when we die. And as we sit here or lie here, inviting a circle of protection around you. It could be a body of water, some stones, a circle of fire, limbs of trees, earth, knowing that you're safe within that circle. During this new moon in Virgo, our group intention is burning for truth. I live in deep transparency and honor my inner truth. I recognize my voice and trust it above the voices of others. As I live my truth, I become a model of authentic living and give tactic permission to others to follow their own paths toward the truth. So as we sit here in meditation, giving ourselves this delicious time of deeper understanding and a time to look within and see what's not working or what is working, giving praise and honor and acknowledgement and gratitude, and giving it some extra love to see what is not working, what needs your attention to detail right now. This is the time in the Virgo new moon to look at that, see what's not working, what you need. What do you need to get organized? What list do you need to prepare? Often just a sense of purpose creates harmony. What have you been putting off, maybe? Or what have you been waiting for? What planning might you need to do? What focus? We'll have the opportunity to write after this meditation. So right now, just enjoy the whirling thoughts that may have come into your subconscious. And enjoy, just see what's coming up in this dark time. the earth supports us, knowing that we can lay on Mother Earth and take in the protection and sustainability that we often need just to anchor ourselves. And looking at nature and the cycles of the moon and how they remind us that we can't go at full steam the entire time. We need these times of stillness and the dark moon to collect our energies and focus. And as we work through the moon phases, the first quarter, and the waxing and waning, the second quarter, and the full moon at a time to celebrate and illuminate. But right now, this is the precious time where we set our intentions and plant seeds and take action after. And also thinking or looking at perfectionism and how may it have sabotaged you in the past and stopped you taking action. And what may you do differently next time? Because I know you've gathered here today because you want to set new intentions and look at what's ahead or plan for what's ahead. We've got the autumn equinox coming up this month, the still point. And as we head into the autumn and then winter, we're leaving the fullness of summer, which is like the full moon. How would you talk to yourself right now? What kind words would you give yourself right now under this dark moon in Virgo? What tender words would you whisper to yourself right now? Taking a couple of deep breaths as we re-enter the room but do it slowly. There's no rush. Thanking Mother Earth for grounding you. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes gently with a soft gaze, moisten your lips perhaps, as you welcome yourself back into the room. So, if you grab your journal, if you don't have it already. That's my cat. So, this is a time to do some free flow writing, not a time to edit yourself, but just to let the pen flow freely. And we'll spend about 5 minutes or so on each question. We have 3 questions. So during this new moon in Virgo, you want to be aware of an overactive mind during this new moon. This is a time to clear away what no longer serves you and refresh what surrounds us. And it's certainly a time to relax and find some harmony. So the first question is, get my questions. What do you need to clear and clean away right now? What do you need to clear and clean away? Okay, next question. This new moon is telling us to focus our effort on what is in alignment with your truth. So my question is, what is in alignment with your truth? What is in alignment with your truth? Last question. What if you were to rewrite your story? What if you were to rewrite your story and focus your energy on what you want to build for the future? So I guess the question there is, what do you want to build for your future by rewriting your story or tweaking it. What do you want to build for the future? Could be something as simple as how you start your day. Or how you choose to look at the big picture. Who are you surrounding yourself with? mindfulness question. How can I worry less, have less judgment, and less anxiety? How can I worry less? What do I need to do? I need to take some time out and be in nature, start a meditation practice, dance, reach out to a friend. How can I worry less? And I just drew another card in our closing. Healed Spirit, and I can't see it because of my background. I forgot about that. Yeah. My intention. My spirit flies free, and I imagine a life of freedom for myself, unconstrained by time, place, or resource. I manifest my spiritual visions in the material world, bringing my body and spirit into deep alignment. Healed Spirit. And I'll send that in the email when I send out the recording. Maybe take a picture of the card and send it out in the email. There you go. I could do that as well. Yeah. So as we're coming to a close here on this new moon in Virgo, I wanted just to reintroduce myself for those of you who are new or seeing the recording. My name is Helen Hodgson, and I lead transformational retreats for women. And I use the ancient wisdom of the goddesses to harness our lives today as modern women, and also the moon cycles. And I do have a retreat coming up at the end of October. I have one bed left in the loft. It's a single bed in the loft, so it is a shared space. And I will be taking all the precautions in order for us to have a safe environment so that we can truly open up and feel grounded and safe during this time. And for next month, the new moon is in Libra, which is an air sign, and we're going to meet on Wednesday, October the 6th. And again, it will be recorded for those of you who can't make it live. No, she can't make it live. Oh dear. Well, maybe I might have to make it Tuesday. I always like to have some of you live here with me, although I understand it's not always possible. So the new moon is actually on the Wednesday, so I could move it to the Tuesday because that's what we did today as well, so a day before. And either is fine for me. So, okay, I'm putting it out there that we're going to do it on Tuesday, October the 5th, because I know Vanessa cannot miss one. She is somebody who is loyal and shows up all the time, and it makes me feel very special to see her face on these Zoom calls. So Tuesday, October the 5th, and I've got that date right, Vanessa? I got it right, okay. And we will be looking at the sign of Libra, the scales, in the air sign. And if you think about air, it's the east, it's a time of new beginnings. So we'll be harnessing on all the special qualities of that sign, just like we did today. So if anybody wants to put anything in the chat, I think you did put something in the chat and I didn't get a chance to read it. Here we go, there's some things. Oh, okay. Vanessa has a lot of Virgo in my horoscope somewhere. Okay, yeah. Is it in your rising or don't know? Or your, yeah. It's amazing. It's not just what you were born under, it's the rising as well. I mean, I'm Scorpio too, like you, Vanessa, but my rising is in Gemini. Okay. I just have all those qualities, right? Okay. So enjoy your day and make sure you replenish, drink lots of water, move these emotions around your body that may have come out, and enjoy this weekend. And you could write out your intentions tomorrow after 5:51 p.m. Pacific time, to be exact. And as we work through the month, there's a time when you can say these intentions out loud and reinforce them. There's a time to sit back and not do anything, and there's a time at the full moon to let them all go. So I'll be sending reminders out in the emails to remind you where we're at the moon phase, whether it's waxing, waning, gibbous, crescent, or in the quarters. And we have 8 phases during the moon phases, and I liken it to the chakra system as well. So we're down at the root chakra with the new moon, and as we work through the moon phases, we're working up the chakras. So thank you again for being here today. Thank you for watching the replay. And I will see you next month, if not before.